order. Say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes. Now let's say you order. Say what's your price? Just to back it up, you can hold my eyes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nicole. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you become part of the family. And if you are returning, thank you. I'm so happy to have you. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about what I did to clear my skin. Now I'm here, I'm barefaced, I have absolutely nothing on my skin. All I did this morning was my everyday skincare routine, which I do have a video for already. I'll have it linked in the cards and also in the description box down below. So yeah, I do have lashes on because if I didn't, I would kind of look like a naked mole rat, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Now before we get into this, I must make this disclaimer. I am absolutely not a doctor. I am not an esthetician. I am not a dermatologist. This is literally just what I did to clear my skin. I suffer with acne since I was a teenager. I had a lot of confidence issues growing up, a lot of self-esteem issues. I was very insecure about my skin. It just makes you so uncomfortable. It's the first thing that everybody sees because it's on your face. So it makes you really uncomfortable. Depending on where your breakouts are, you can kind of gauge what is causing your acne. So a lot of my breakouts would be kind of like around my cheeks. I never really broke out on my forehead. It was mainly around my cheeks. For me, it was hormonal. So there was really nothing that I could do, nothing that I could stop eating that would help it, nothing that I was doing topically that could help it. And eventually it was like, okay, it's time to put an end to this. I don't want to struggle with this. I don't want to be insecure about my skin. So that is when I started going on YouTube and looking for natural remedies to clear my acne. Now for some people it may work, so I'm not knocking it, but when I say I tried everything, if you can look it up on YouTube, then I tried it. But I started coming across these videos about ACCUTANE. Yes, ACCUTANE. And for a lot of people, ACCUTANE is super scary. Even for me, it was really scary when I first heard about it because there's a lot of side effects that stem from ACCUTANE. There's a lot of restrictions while you're taking ACCUTANE, and it's just a very serious drug. If you've watched videos on ACCUTANE, then you know that ACCUTANE is like, it's the real deal. But I always felt really vain about it because my acne was not as bad as the people on YouTube that I would see. So it kind of made me steer away from it. But in the same token, it was like a new breakout every single day. I can remember being on a trip and there was a crew member on my trip and her skin was absolutely flawless. I asked her what does she use on her skin, and she was like, girl, if I tell you what I use, you would not even believe me. And I was just like, well, tell me, because the sister is trying to get some clear skin like that, okay? I need to know the tea. And she told me that she used ACCUTANE, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Now I'm not trying to be funny, but I didn't see a lot of people of color using ACCUTANE on YouTube. So I was like, she looks like me. Like, she looks like me and her skin is clear, and it's because of the ACCUTANE. So it got me a little more interested in it. The results that I was seeing was just like, it was mind-blowing. Honestly, it was mind-blowing. And I mean, literally people with cystic acne and people with acne all over, like, and it was clearing their skin up tremendously. Now ACCUTANE is something that you have to go to the dermatologist for. It's absolutely nothing that you can buy over the counter, nothing that you can order off Amazon. You have to go to the dermatologist. They'll take a look at your skin. They're gonna do blood work. I mean, it's a lot. But I was like, you know what do I have to lose? So ACCUTANE is typically a 6-month process. However, some people can go up to a year, some people even 2 years. And it really is like the last resort drug. So when you've tried every topical, when you've tried every face wash, when you've tried everything under the sun, then and only then will the dermatologist go ahead and recommend Accutane for you. Like I said, it's very serious. It's definitely something that you want to consult with your dermatologist about, and just kind of get their insight, because you may not need to go as serious as Accutane. There may be something in between that will also help with your acne. So as far as the cost of Accutane can run pretty expensive. Luckily for me, my insurance did cover it, so I didn't really have to worry about that. But again, that's just something that you'll kind of have to look into if you are considering doing Accutane. I started Accutane in November of 2018, and I'll insert a clip of how my skin looked when I started the Accutane. So my dermatologist had me scheduled for a 6-month treatment, but I actually only used 3 months. And I mean, I have to say, I have felt more confident than I have ever felt. Ever. My skin is still not perfect, but I have not experienced any type of breakouts since finishing my 3rd month of Accutane. So within those first 2 months, I was still kind of discouraged because I was still breaking out, and everything was just coming to the surface. But the thing about it is that it would come and then it would dry out really quickly. What Accutane does is it really dries everything out. So I used to have super oily skin, and as I was on the Accutane, I was dry as crap. Like, I was dry, okay? Like, I don't even know any other way to explain it. Like, Sahara Desert dry. I was ashy. Like, it dries you out. I didn't like the ashiness that came with it. I mean, let's be real, nobody wants to be ashy. Also with Accutane, you do go in every month and get blood work done. If the dermatologist does see that there's some sort of effect, negative effect that it's having on your blood, they will take you off of it. For me, I didn't have any side effects. The only thing that really happened to me was dry skin, super dry lips. Y'all, when I tell you my lips were so dry, like they were so crusty, it was ridiculous. And I would wake up and my lips would be cracking. Like, it was really bad. It was bad. But I just started using like medicated lip ointment, and that helped to combat that. Now when you are on Accutane, it does make your skin really sensitive. So while you're on Accutane, you want to make sure that you're using very clean products. I use Cetaphil. Cetaphil is just a very simple, gentle cleanser, and I still use it today. You certainly want to avoid microbeads. Microbeads on acne in general is just not really good for your skin, because it really can cause more irritation to the skin, which leads to more acne. So you kind of want to steer clear of microbeads, certainly while you are on Accutane. And it's really important that you use a very moisturizing moisturizer, okay? And you also want to use sunscreen. Sunscreen is just like, if you don't use nothing else, use some sunscreen, okay sis? Use some sunscreen. While you're on Accutane, you cannot wax, okay? You cannot wax. It makes your skin very sensitive. And when I say not wax, I don't just mean your eyebrows, okay? I mean, you can't wax, okay? You can't wax anything. It doesn't only affect just your face, it affects your entire body. It makes you more conscious about what you're putting on your skin and what you're putting on your body in general. And that's just that. So I'm not trying to scare you, but this is just the truth, okay sis? It's the truth. It's just the truth. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick zoom in on my skin and what it's looking like now. Here's my forehead. I never really broke out much on my forehead, so, but that's my forehead. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not a licensed professional on this. This is just simply what I did to clear my skin. This is just what helped me. And I just hope that this video can help someone. And even if you don't go the Accutane route, I just want you to know that you are not alone. If you're struggling with acne, I mean, I've been there. I've literally been there. I struggle with insecurity, struggle with my confidence just because of my acne. But there is something out there that can help you. And the only thing that I can really recommend is just going to your dermatologist and giving them a little bit of insight about what's going on with your skin. How long have you been dealing with whatever it is? And they should be able to find a solution for you. It's nothing that you should have to suffer with for the rest of your life. And trust me, I felt like I was going to be dealing with it for the rest of my life. And I literally thank God every single day that I wake up and see my clear skin, and I'm just like, wow, Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just like anything, Accutane is not a 100% guarantee that is going to keep my skin clear, and that's why I'm very serious about my skincare routine and just keeping it simple, but making sure that I'm taking care of my skin, because now that I've kind of combated the breakouts, I want to make sure that I'm maintaining. If I wasn't taking care of my skin, I can only imagine that even with the Accutane, it may still be breaking out right now. So if there were any other questions that you may have had that I did not answer in this video, please leave them in the comment section down below, because I would just love to help someone else, especially if you are considering Accutane. I didn't want to go too deep into it just because I'm not a licensed professional. Again, I'm not a dermatologist, so I don't want to give too much information. This is just my experience on Accutane, but I encourage you to do your own research. You want to make sure that whatever you do, it makes sense for you and for your skin. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you think that this video will help someone else, share it. And if you have not already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, okay? Subscribe to this channel so you can become a part of the family. And yeah, guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye. That's what it is. Love you, sorry. It's okay. Okay, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know I could get in this close. Wow. Healthy. This is so, I'm never gonna film this video. Maybe should I start over?
You're there.